Hey guys, this is Wolfie, and today we're going to check out. I'm going to keep you updated on AIYUK and Trent, and an update on Pearsall as well. Look at the best and worst of the Raiders game according to 49ers Red Zone. Well, more according to PFF. You got the information from there, but that's where the source is. And then we're going to take a look at who I project, my 53-man roster, that my projection. I've seen David Lombardi's, I've seen everyone else's. So let's see if we can compare that. Not compare them, but let's just take a look at mine and see if it's, and just give it a good talking point. Just talk it through. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Brandon AIYUK. The latest on Brandon AIYUK right now is nothing. The only thing that's new is just like the rumored compensation for Brandon AIYUK from the Commanders that the 49ers wanted, which was Terry McLaurin. And here's that article right here. If I can bring it up. I don't think you guys can read that, but if you guys can, I apologize. And full size. There was a point a few weeks ago where the 49ers were looking to trade Brandon AIYUK, where they did call Washington because AIYUK wanted to go there and be with Jaden Daniels, which we've heard makes sense. Those talks didn't go anywhere simply because, A, they were not going to trade Terry McLaurin to San Francisco, and the 49ers did not want John Dotson. And then at number 3, if there were no receivers going back, the 49ers wanted a first-round pick, which Adam Peters said is a non-starter. It's not happening. Well. Can I put that? Papa J, what up, man? Welcome. So, I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've seen plenty of fans talk about how they would love to have Terry McLaurin, and in return, you got to have some sort of elite receiver come in return. So this makes sense. You know, it would make sense for the 49ers to ask for that. Personally, I think it's kind of almost a fair trade to a sense, but I can see Adam Peters not doing that either. So, because they used to work together, so it's really got to be like a win-win for each person. Wait a minute. Then again, that is kind of a win-win because you get Jaden Daniels' best friend. Then again, some fans wouldn't like that because they really do like Terry McLaurin over there with the Commanders. So, I don't know. I can see why they would say no, and I can see why the San Francisco 49ers would ask for Terry McLaurin in the situation. So it makes sense to me. So that's about it. There's no new news. There's absolutely nothing happening with AIYUK on the contract front. Nothing at all. Next up, we got Trent Williams. The latest we've heard on Trent Williams, based on what I see here. Let's go and the latest update. Hopefully it's getting close. There's absolutely nothing happening right now with Trent Williams. The last thing we heard about him is that they're really working hard on the contract, and which I expected to be doing in the first place, especially prioritizing Trent over AIYUK is like the most crucial thing right here. All right now. So I'm glad that they're doing that, but there's nothing new on that front. So, and at the end of this show, I'll go ahead and check live updates, see if anything new happened, because I don't want to miss anything and not put it on the show. I want, right? Ricky Pearsall, by the way, according to Kyle Shanahan, they're not guaranteed he's going to be back for against the Jets. However, the Kyle Shanahan said that he's a little optimistic that it's not that serious, because apparently he's talking about how like he should be practicing here soon, and and if he does practice this week, it's a pretty good sign that he's going to start with the Jet. He's going to start against the Jets. Well, not start, but play against the Jets. So it doesn't seem serious. It doesn't seem like there's going to be any surgery based on how he's talking. There's no worries, and especially if he's saying like this is a normal thing. If he's saying it's like a normal thing, and then it turns out that it's actually more serious than it actually is, that would be backlash. I don't think Kyle Shanahan would purposely set himself up for, because he's already on thin ice with drafting a guy who's hurt. So I'm not saying I'm taking his word for him, but just reading between those lines, I gotta say I don't think it's that serious. I don't think Pearsall is going to need surgery, just based on reading between the lines. And that's my opinion on that. All right. Next up, we're going to check out what happened with the Raiders. You'd be shocked who was low and who was actually high according to PFF. So let me go ahead and bring this tab up. Boom. So as you can see here, we got below our Pro Football Focus's 5 highest grades 49ers players on offense against the Raiders. You got George Kittle. Nice. You got Brock Purdy. Nice. You got Jacob Cowing. Nice. You got Cam Latu. You got Cam Latu. That's something you never thought you would see. Did he earn himself a spot against the Raiders? Did he earn himself a spot against this team? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't see why that would. I'm still not impressed with him. I wasn't impressed with him against the Titans. Was impressed against him. I can't remember that one game. Whatever. I just haven't not been impressed. Yeah, Latu. Hell no. Yeah. Well, apparently last game he was solid. He did have some good catches. He did look pretty good. But I wouldn't say that one game makes up for everything else he did in the offseason and training camp. And it's just that wouldn't. And I know David Lombardi has him making the roster, probably because he did perform and he is a third-round draft pick. And I thought about that. I thought maybe, he's a third-round draft pick, and if he performed one game, they might justify it to themselves to keep him on the roster. And I heard he's a good blocker, so if he can block, actually, there's things there. But I'm trying to convince myself to put him on there almost and trying to understand it, but I just can't quite justify keeping him on the roster compared to somebody else who I'm sure has earned a roster spot over him. So, and we'll see that when you check out my roster projections. So Tanner Mordecai, fucking Larry Krueger's, go-to man crush. Every year he has one. Everyone knows that's his guy. He had a 77.2 grade with only 14 snaps. Not a lot, actually, really think about it. I thought he just played one drive, didn't he? So I wouldn't really count that. I wouldn't really count that too much. 2 drives, 1 drive? No. I don't think he makes it. I think he gets cut. I think he goes to practice squad, and if we miss out on him, it's fine. Papa J says maybe he's a good trade prospect. Probably. I mean, hey, Raiders, did you see Karen Latu just tear up your defense there, man? How about you give us Mayer, and we'll give you Latu and a third-round draft pick. That's like 2 third-round draft picks for a tight end. Below are the 5 highest grade players on defense. Jair Brown makes sense. The dude's a stud, steal of the draft last year. Amazing. Third-round draft pick. Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles earned himself a spot already. I think he was already going to make the team, but him performing here would just make sense. So he's got the spot. Malik Collins, that's good to see. We picked him up, got a 7th rounder for him. He's performing in the against the Raiders. Granted, that offensive line against the Raiders isn't the greatest, but still, at least he's performing and showing something. Because if he wasn't on this list, that would be a bad look. Not really a bad look, but it wouldn't be a noticeable look where it's like, hey, remember that 7th round D tackle guy? So it's because he's performing. Tatum Bethune, man, the rookie, the 7th round draft pick rookie that we got out of 20 snaps. I don't think he makes the team. There's just too many linebackers that have priority over him. And I don't think any team's really going to pick him up just because I feel he's not fast. He's not a coverage guy. And I think it's very possible that he's going to hit the practice squad. I think he would hit the practice squad over Fowles or Curtis Robinson. So you got to go with your best chance. And I think they're gonna send Bethune to the practice squad just because it's the best thing for him. Rock Ya-Sin, oh my God, that dude's I think he's been a stud. I think it was Grant Cohn who said that he wasn't a fan of Yadam. That's who it was. He was a fan of Yadam, not Rock Ya-Sin. I was about to slander. At first, I can't remember who it was. There's somebody who thought that Rock Ya-Sin wasn't that great. And then he performed in the preseason. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, he was a nice surprise. So we have 6 solid corners, and I think all of them can be a 1 and a 2. I think every single one of our corners could be a 1 or a 2 on a team. 6 of them. So I'm pretty excited about this corner group. This is such a good corner group. Stone Cold Rock Ya-Sin. Yeah, he needs to get a cool nickname for sure. Strawberry Rex. What up, dude? Welcome. Ugh. So anyway, over here, Rocky Sin. I'm super happy with him. I think he's a solid corner. He's definitely a 2. Below are 3 lowest grades. And there's a couple shockers on this one, actually. Even though it's just one game, it's not the accumulation of how they played through the preseason, but it's still kind of based on how everyone talked about him through the training camp, OTAs, and every other preseason game. Lewis Kidd, I'm not shocked by. Haven't heard anything great about him. Tay Martin, no matter what Tay Martin does, I've said this 1,000 times, he's never making the team. Mason Pline, it's only 11 snaps. That's not really a good sample to kind of judge him on that, but he's definitely not making a team either. Jalen Mahoney, a lot of people. He's a fan favorite, yo. He is a fan favorite. And he's probably going to get picked up because I think some team out there has some safety depth needs. And I think he showed some flash. I think someone might take a chance on him. So I don't think but it'd be really cool to stash him on the practice squad if we could, because like I said, he's a fan favorite and he showed a lot of potential throughout these OTAs and training camp based on what Larry, even David or Grant had to say. So he made some plays out there. It'd be kind of disappointing if we miss out on him. But it would just make sense if another team picked him up just because I believe in him. So, but I think Trey Walker, since he is the vet here and he has more experience, with that vetness comes with experience, and I don't think he played that bad. So it's kind of what I like. Javon Hargrave, what the fuck are you doing on here, buddy? What are you doing on here, man? What are you doing? I don't even remember how much money you're making right now. I can't even think about it, like $30-something million right now. Something stupid, something crazy like that. You're doing on this list against the Raiders offensive line in the preseason, buddy. I want to see a little bit more effort than that. I'm sure he's a vet. He's like super old, and he's just like, I'm not gonna try in the preseason, so I'm just gonna kind of and let everyone else kind of. That's my justification for it, by the way. Not necessarily like this. What I'm spitting is facts. The only thing I can think of is he went into it with a lazy mindset. It's not what you want to see, but if he shows up in the season, that's all that matters. So he's got rapport. He's got credit to his name, unlike some other players who cannot do something like that. So say Papa, Tate Martin, Mason Pline, both practice squad candidates. Definitely. They're going to put Mason Pline on the practice squad for sure. And Tate Martin. They love Tate Martin. He's the go-to. Hargrave. I know that's a bad grade for Hargrave. So I say about that. You probably get nervous about your guy. So anyone who watches this later, his guy is Trent Taylor, and yeah, he's definitely got his job, bro. He's done. He's done, son. So that's pretty much everything grade-wise. I'm not shocked by anything here. I'm actually not shocked that Latu's got a high grade because all the catches he got, and he decided to show up that game. So Spartan Virtus, welcome up. Virtus. I'm guessing. Pline has a lot of raw talent. Yeah. It kind of just tells me that he has the measurables to be a tight end, which he does. He's like, what, 6'7", 6'8", or some shit. Big dude. You know, he could be the guy. He could do it. Howdy. Welcome. Oh, be sure to like the stream, guys. I appreciate it. It helps boost it. Helps boost the channel. And we grow together, you know. It'd be super dope if you guys like that. Appreciate it. Still got a lot of I see. I know exactly where you come from, Papa J. I know where you come from. I liked him on the team prior to us getting rid of him. I really did. I liked him in college. When we got him, I was actually rather ecstatic, but he just couldn't handle the game, man. He's too small. Just can't do it. And as he got older, I just don't think he could keep up. Yeah, I mean, we definitely need some sort of development tight end behind George Kittle. He's getting older. We need some sort of sign that the future. And I'm not panicking, obviously, but I do agree, Strawberry. We need to get a developmental, like someone that's showing us promise tight end is what we need for the future. So Papa says Sauber is a beast. I agree. I think he's just slow. Because every time I hear about Salbert, he made a great catch, or it was a tight window catch, or he somehow gets open. He blocks. He does everything. He just can't. He's just slow as shit. Bro hits up the Quiznos and not the subways. Yeah, really goes youth. Yeah. All right. So those are that happened at those games there. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything new with Brandon AIYUK. Let me go ahead and type this in. See if there's anything new happening 6 hours ago. Twitter. Anything new? Sorry, guys. That was your intermission. All right. Okay, got another couple comments here. I thought Tungus did well, was running with the ones yesterday. Was he? I think it's possible. I just don't think he makes it, though. I think we're only going to keep 3 tight ends. So, did I do this right? Tungus, yeah. All right. Can you guys see the I don't know if you guys can see the roster. I don't know if it's blurry for you guys at all or not. Let me know if it's blurry. If it's blurry, I'll go ahead and I'll adjust it. I think Guerrero deserves to be the kickoff returner. Debo is awesome, but we need to keep him healthy. I agree. On the bright side, if Guerrero is not the guy, we do have Debo, and I know Debo would love to do it, especially if the thing is, when I heard that it's way more of a running back play, it's like a run play or whatever on the kickoff return, I immediately thought, okay, well, Debo is perfect for that. He was already good at kick returns. Now, if he gets the kick return and does a running back play, it's pretty much a screen, and he's dominant at that. They already did it last year with Debo. They already did it last year with Debo in the playoffs, having new kick returns. I will not be shocked if he's healthy. He's going to do kick returns in the playoffs again. So, all right. I don't know if you guys can see the roster, but this is my 53-man projection. Okay. This is what I have going for myself. Okay. If you guys got any problems with it, let me know. I want to hear it. Like, what do you disagree with? And as that happens, I'll go ahead and tell you why I picked every position from here on out. Brock Purdy, Joshua Dobbs, Brandon Allen completely separated themselves. They didn't give me any reason in any of these preseason games to be like, okay, Tanner Mordecai, you took his job. Even if Tanner Mordecai performed, sure. However, these guys are vets. They've been in games before. They kind of know what they're doing more so than Tanner Mordecai. It would benefit Tanner Mordecai more if he was to be on the practice squad or on some other team. He really needs that more. If we had questions at quarterback and such that, and we didn't have a franchise quarterback, I think this position would be assessed just a tiny bit differently. But here, I just don't think Tanner Mordecai made it, which is weird because before the preseason game against Vegas, just a little blurry. Oh, hold on. Let me fix this one. Let's see if I can do this like. I'll try to make it wider. Hold on. Try to make it wider. We're going to make it brighter. You guys see that? Is that better? You know, you guys don't need to see my face right now, so I'll just show you the full layout. Boom. There you go. Okay. Strawberry says, I still think Allen is QB2. He plays better with the structure than Dobbs, and Kyle prefers that in his backup. I don't know, man. I think Kyle likes a guy who can function in his system, but also take over the game. And I'm not saying Joshua Dobbs is like, oh, he can take over a game, but I know for a fact that when because I don't think Brandon Allen would because Kyle Shanahan, even though everyone says he has his ego and stuff like that, I don't think he's also stupid. If your quarterback is not great, especially if you're a backup in Kyle Shanahan's system, you're not always going to get everything that he's telling you to do and what you need to do next, because you still need to process everything that he's telling you to do. Like if that safety comes down, blah, 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 you need to do this, you need to do that. You still need to do all those things. And I feel like Joshua Dobbs in that scenario, if he can't read it compared to Brandon Allen, I know who can't really do those things. I feel like Joshua Dobbs, when the play breaks down, he's going to break out, make a running play, really sacrifice himself to get the win. And if Joshua Dobbs ends up getting hurt in that case, then we do have Brandon Allen, who would be we don't have to, he won't be sacrificed. I'm not saying sacrificed, but he wouldn't have to put his body through so much like hits and stuff from running the ball. So that's just my opinion. That's why I think Joshua Dobbs, in my opinion, brings a lot more to the table. That's the thing that we don't know that. We only see him through, the only thing we've seen him through is training camp in this preseason. And through this preseason, he was solid. He was making great plays. So I don't understand the system consistently thing, because it seems to me he was playing great in the preseason. So Allen, he has good throws, but he misses reads and bails. So does Allen. I think Dobbs has got a lot more heart. But we'll see. All I know is they both of them could be the QB2 spot. I'm not saying, oh my God, how dare you pick Allen? But just Dobbs has just shown a lot more, in my opinion. But all right, what does Karen have to say? We are fortunate to have our QB room. Lance threw 5 picks today against the Chargers backups. Yikes! Oh my God! No way, dude! I didn't see that. 5. Holy shit! I'm just going by what I think Kyle prefers. Yeah, definitely. No, I guess that's smart. That's smart. I totally got you. But yeah, 5 picks. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, I liked Lance at first, but I wouldn't be lying to myself. I'm trying to make this quick as possible, so I don't want to make this like a Trey Lance, stream. But at first, I kind of had to like, because there's always that thing in the back of my mind, like he's barely played, and he played in like a sub college fucking division, and he didn't really throw the ball. He was running a lot. I didn't have a lot to really be like, oh, I'm super happy. The only thing I feel like people were convincing me was, oh, he's raw. He's super young. So he's just going to constantly review film and just get better and better and better, because it's like, you got him super young, so you're going to groom him into this quarterback. And there was never really like any real comparisons or any real like ceiling comparisons. The only thing people would say is, oh, he's going to be like Patrick Mahomes, which is not, it's not a fair comparison. So, allowed to throw preseason picks to backups. Papa J, that is the experience with Trey. He's very consistent. Yeah. I'll never forget that Raiders play where he got super lucky, just threw the ball. I think it was a preseason. He like did some sort of twisty thing, and he threw the ball, and the ball it just barely got tipped. It should have been an interception. It was really bad. It was a touchdown, and everyone was like, "What a touchdown catch!" And I'm like, "It's not a good thing what he just did there. That's not good." Jarvis, yep, not sure Lance still has a job after the game was on the NFL Network. He's gonna. I feel like he's going to make the squad. I'd be shocked, because who do you guys got? Who do you guys got in your squad? Let me check. Who's your backup quarterback? Cowboys QBs. 24. Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, and Trey Lance. You just got 3 guys on your team? Yeah, I think you guys are going to keep all 3. Just Trey Lance is going to be your QB3, just by looking at that. If you had like a 4th quarterback, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, where were we? Talking about quarterbacks. Running backs, this one was kind of hard because I like Schrader, and Larry convinced me. He fucking hypnotized my ass to fall in love with Schrader. I also looked at his highlights in college, and it looked pretty solid to me. So it wasn't like he entirely convinced me. I am a little bummed, but I don't think he makes it. I don't think he makes the roster. Pete Taylor, I don't think makes it either. There's just too many running back, like Mason, Mitchell, and Garundo are definitely going to take the spot. CMC, obviously, and then Juice. That's five backs, I guess. So that's who I think. I just think we're going to keep 4. When I first started, I thought we were going to keep Pete Taylor or maybe Schrader. But I just think when I was looking at cut downs, the smart thing to do would just be keep your great running backs that you have right now. Garundo looks solid in kick returns. Mitchell, we already know what he can do, and JP Mason's awesome. And I feel like either Schrader or Pete Taylor could land in our land on our practice squad. So I had to make it, you in these situations, you kind of have to make tough decisions with players you love or you think that most likely, like, Kyle Shanahan loves or, whatever. So, yeah, 4 running backs, then juice. So I got 5 backs. So, yeah. There's no need to keep 5 or 6. There's no need to keep 5 or 6 backs on your roster. The more I kept looking at it, it just doesn't make sense. It's possible because it's Kyle Shanahan and he loves running backs. But just the logical thing to do would just be keep these 4. So, yes, I agree. And I don't think it's fair. I think his preseason projection is not entirely fair because he was playing against bad offensive line and he's a rookie and he still needs to learn things. But then again, other running backs outperformed him under the same line. So there's that. So, Tyler Helton, yo, welcome to the stream, fam. To everyone who's in the stream right now, please hit that like button. Love the support, man. Thank you, OGs. You guys are awesome. Let's keep it up. Let's move up to the tight ends. We got Kittle. We already know Salbert. I think Salbert's going to be the 2 for sure. B. Willis. I haven't really – you see him a lot playing with the ones, and he's out there quite a bit. So I think he makes the team. Tungus, Strawberry says he played with the ones, so it's possible. I mean, but I just think this team's going to keep 3 tight ends. So that's what I got. My team, we lost our preseason. I should know your team. It's not Jags. That's Milwaukee. So far, I don't have a problem keeping it. Nice. Let's go. It's really kind of scary when you make roster projections because there could be like that one player where someone's like, how fucking dare you cut that guy? It's like, bro, dude, just relax. It wasn't fucking easy. Trying my best. Anyway, so wide receiver, this one was kind of hard. I feel like this is one of the hardest positions on the team that's going to be hard to cut. But this is the obvious one. Some people think Ronnie Bell should get cut. With the AIYUK situation happening, even if he makes the team or doesn't make the team, though, I think Bell makes it. He blocks. I saw a play. I can't remember. It was Brad, the SF Niners, posted a play where Ronnie Bell was actually doing a pretty good block against one of their corners against the Saints. So I got Bell making it. I think Bell made it. He's just not going to be a kickoff return guy. That's it. That's all. Ugh. Always been a Dobbs fan. He's mobile, smart, vet, good arm. He brings physically and fire. Was a starter on the Titans, Cardinals, Vikings, won a game in Minnesota without knowing names. I know. I'll never forget that weird little, like, he's just learning snap cadence with the center right before the game. That was insane to me. That's crazy. Wait a minute. But also, wait a minute. You need to back up off our Dobbs. That sounds like he's like, oh, we got Trey Lance over here throwing picks. But, I've always been a Dobbs fan. He's mobile, smart, vet, good arm. We kind of need a backup. Karen's over here hunting. Willis was awful yesterday. Yeah, I think he did. I can't remember what he did. It was something bad. Was it like was it a false start or a holding or something? Someone had a good run and it got called back because of that or something. I don't remember what it was. So I got to call, sell, shake my head now. Fucking bullshit. Karen, he also benched for Mullins. Yeah, I like Mullins, though. I'm a fan of Mullins. When it comes to Mullins, dude, just throw it. Oh, Justin Jefferson, dude, oh my God, I remember these games. There was Justin Jefferson, dude, took over a game and almost won with Nick Mullins. I've never seen a wide receiver like live like that take over a game and be like the sole reason they almost win. It was incredible. Justin Jefferson sold me as the best wide receiver in the league in that game because I've never seen anything like that. Quite literally, Nick Mullins just kept throwing it to him. He was making plays after plays after plays. His blocking was awful. He played fullback and he sucks at fullback. Can't block at all. Yeah, I don't think he blocked. He doesn't even look like he can block. The dude looks scrawny. He looks like not Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen. What's his name? Derek Waller. Is that his name? Darren Waller. There we go. Darren Waller. Fucking Morgan Wallen out there blocking. Last night I pancaked a D and Jefferson should make Darnold look like a Hall of Famer. He could. He made McMullins look like Dan Marino. So Patrick Mahomes, he's not playing tomorrow. I think our season's ready. Oh, you're a Chiefs fan? Welcome, brother. Oh, that's right. I think now I remember. Okay, now I remember. Fucking eyebrows itching like a bitch. Yeah, dude, your team looks solid, bro. And it doesn't even matter. Your team can look like shit. Your team, you have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. It doesn't even matter, bro. It don't even matter. So you'd be like, man, our wide receivers suck. It don't matter. Oh, your guys' running back steal looks like a steal. See what I did there? See what I did there? That rookie running back you got, the little white dude, just face palming people. Dude looks like a fucking stud. Actually, I didn't check to see when was he picked. I don't remember his name. Chiefs. Steele. Carson Steele. He's 21 years old. Young. Okay. When was he drafted? Is he undrafted? Is he undrafted? Carson Steele. Does not. They got. He's undrafted. Damn. Okay. Wow. I guess the 49ers had all their success getting all the running backs undrafted. Chiefs found their guy. I guess they can let go of Pacheco. That dude replicates what he did in that game. Holy shit. Is he a stud? Stud. Does anybody think Mordecai makes the top 3? Larry loves him. I just don't. I just don't. I just think that like Strawberry's right. Kyle likes Brandon Allen, and I think Dobbs, if you cut Dobbs, he's gonna get picked up by somebody else. As for Tanner Mordecai, even if they liked him, I don't think he did enough to prove himself to be on the roster. He played good, but I don't think he did enough to be like, okay, you got to take a spot over this vet. You know, while if Brandon Allen or Josh Mordecai did not show any promise at all in these preseasons, then yeah, I'd see it. But they just get main priority, I feel like, in this situation. And Tanner Mordecai definitely still needs development regardless. Because let's be real, Joshua Dobbs and Brandon Allen do know more as of right now of Kyle Shanahan's system and how to play the position. So I just think he's just not going to make the squad for that reason. So, but Larry, I have not seen Larry's projection yet, but I think he still has Mordecai being the second quarterback. I think that's one thing me and Strawberry can agree on. That's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. I will do 50 push-ups on live stream. I'll bet something right now. If he becomes the second quarterback on the depth chart, I'll do it. I would do it. It's just like, it'd be damn near impossible. All right, let's get off the tight ends. We already know who I think it is. Willis, Kittle, Saubert. O-line, Parker was fucking ass. He allowed a straight beeline. I think it was to Brandon Allen, get his ass whooped. Alacron's trash himself. Gutierrez, yeah, I like the dude, but he's never shown anything. I've never even seen him play. Cutting Kingston was hard because I kind of like Kingston. Kid cutting him. Barch. I haven't seen anything about Barch at all. So the offensive line was a little bit hard to cut, but this is just based on what I've seen from other creators and what they have to say about the offensive line. And this is just what I come on top with. Kingston is a 6th-round draft pick, still needs to develop. Barch is a vet. However, I think Zakel comes on top over Barch to be that backup center. Nugent, rookie, still needs to do his thing. And Feliciano's going to come back halfway through the season. So we'll see. And then Burford is supposed to come back, and so is Banks by the beginning of the season. So that's why they're green and not yellow right now. I swear to God that Tony have a job. I think we cut him last year. The tongue guy, Tungus, I think his name is. Yeah, he's a journeyman. I think he's a journeyman. Let me double check. Let me look him up. 49ers, Tungus. I think he's a journeyman. He's 25. What teams has he played for? This is San Fran. I think he played for the Packers. I'm pretty fucking sure. No, he played for the Bears. Okay. No. Yeah, he played for the Bears in 2022. Then in 2023, he was part of our team. So no. He's part of the Bears. Kadarius Toney. Yeah, like that Tony guy. There we go. I'm back. I totally forgot. I was hiding my face. All right. So that's pretty much my projection there on offense. Let's go ahead and take a look at the. Hold on. What am I doing here? Why am I fucking up? There we go. Okay. All right. We watched throw from jobs to JJ in college. He launched it with ease from the midfield, strong arm. I think we need to slow down with the praise for Joshua Dobbs. I think we need to slow down that praise for Joshua Dobbs. Good guy. You know, he's got good social media. Good dude. You know, he can make some plays. I joke. D end, oh my God. I don't know what we're going to do at D end. I'm a little concerned because obviously the injuries we have with Floyd and Gross Matos. Let me check to see if there's any updates on those injuries yet. Leonard, Floyd, Gross Matos. Injury. Latest update was just that sprain, which is what we already know. Still no timetable. I don't see here. Yeah, just says most likely a sprain. So just don't even know the grade of the sprain. So, whew. I'm a little concerned here. Yeah, we have no D-line. D-line is bad. We are without it. I am without a doubt super sure right now that the Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are saying every scout out there, look at every single team, find us a D end right now. I'm so sure of it. That's our biggest need. It's our biggest problem. It's become more of a problem than offensive line right now. And I think that's a fucking issue. If your issue is worse than the offensive line of the San Francisco 49ers, fucking fix it. Fix it. All right. And it shouldn't be that hard. Well, I guess it'd be hard to find a guy who can do it, but if it's become that much of a need, it can't be that hard to be like, all right, well, let's look at the waiver wires and take our chances on absolutely anybody. Because that's what we need. Hit up Ngakoue. Did Ngakoue sign with somebody yet? We have $30 million right now. Give him 10. Okay? Give him 10. Give him like, hey, man, you want to win a Super Bowl and $10 million guaranteed for 1 year? But here you go. Let's go get a Super Bowl. Even though I think even if we do, now that I say that, even if we get Ngakoue, we still need to get another DN because the depth is so bad. So now that I think about it, it's not even, that doesn't even help us. It's terrible. Now, apparently, Commanders are back in the BA space. It's just the same old. It's nothing. It's a nothing burger, Karen. I wouldn't look too much into it. It's just more of what happened was. So this is how the rumor unfolded that the Commanders were back into it. And this is how it works. So the Commanders trade for Jahan Dotson. They get more picks. Somebody I don't know, whoever it is, created like, oh, so if they're getting more picks, that means they can get they got another third round pick. That means they can package third round draft picks and second round draft picks, trade them to the San Francisco 49ers, and boom, they got Brandon AIYUK. That is how it came about. So just because it became more possible, that's all. Luke Papa, welcome, brother. Welcome. So, and that's how rumors start, really, and how like, oh, is this person get traded? Because somebody out there will take something that would connect a dot somehow. Oh, the Commanders lost a wide receiver, and they got more picks, and they like Brandon AIYUK. That's enough to just throw it out there, and all of a sudden everyone's just talking about how, oh, the Commanders and 49ers are talking again, and it's like, really? I don't think really. Only thing you're hearing is the same shit that we heard last time, which was the 49ers asked for Terry McLaurin. We already knew that. Like, I knew that. Like, it's like obvious. I just feel like I don't know. So yeah, I wouldn't look too much into trade rumors. I try to debunk trade rumors a lot, or like articles that people run with. And I'm not saying it's easy, but if you read between the lines, a lot of the articles will say, in my opinion, or it just makes sense for this to happen. Those become opinion pieces, and then people run with those as, oh, my sources say that this is going to happen. And it's that, no, I can't tell you how many times that happened with like Mike Silver talking. I just feel like Brandon AIYUK is going to get traded at one point to this person. And then it just became, oh, Brandon AIYUK's going to get traded to this team. So I think you guys need to watch Matt Ariza. He's a god punter, best punter in the league. Oh, let's not talk about that guy right now. Let's not do it. Yeah, he's good at his job. You're right, Tyler. He's good at his job. He's good at his job. He's definitely good at his job for sure. He's a great punter for sure. We need to fix the offensive line, or Brock is going to die back there. Brady said recently, if you don't have a good offensive line, you won't win. I saw that too, and I couldn't agree more, man. Everyone who's been around this channel knows I've been fucking bitching for all offseason about the offensive line, and I snapped when we didn't draft one in the first round. Yes, Brock Purdy's going to die back there. And as of right now, with Jalen Moore, he's going to die back there. Until Trent gets here, he still might die back there. But the chances are a lot better when he's able to scoot to the left more with Trent's out there. So, yeah, the offense, not a fan. Not Kenny Brandon AIYUK for Tony. Fuck. That would be a fleece by the 49ers. I'm just joking. All right, so the D-end issue obviously is the biggest problem right now with the 49ers because there's so many questions with Floyd and Gross Matos. They are sprains, though. Sprains are still bad. Sprains can actually come back easier. So, depending upon the sprain. So, hopefully, it's very minor and it doesn't actually burden them whatsoever. But we'll find out once we get word, and hopefully we'll find out soon. So, D-tackle, I don't have the biggest concern that everyone else has for D-tackle. I found it easy to cut people. I do feel like we might actually pick up a D-end in waivers, possibly if someone we like comes up through waivers. But I don't know. We might keep 4 because Anderson didn't really separate himself. McGill didn't really separate himself. Brown, all of them didn't really separate himself. Kalia Davis was until he got hurt. He's not coming back till half the season, so that's some bullshit right there, okay? So until he comes back. So I just know for a fact that they're going to keep these 4. We may drop another player to pick up to keep a D-end. However, I do not think Anderson and McGill are worth keeping over the other players on defense, in my opinion. So that's my D-tackles. Linebackers, obviously Fred Warner is the number 1 linebacker in the league nonstop. Devondre Campbell wasn't that bad last game. Jalen Graham obviously makes it. D. Winters obviously makes it. I'm super happy. I'm so excited for that duo. Foles makes it. And then Curtis Robinson makes it. Bethune, a lot of people are high on Bethune. I remember Damon Bruce and Larry Krueger got an argument about Bethune making the roster. Bruce was like, I'm not keeping a rookie like that on my squad. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. I don't need to project. I don't need to not project, but I don't need to, I don't need a project. Fowles, it makes sense if Fowles made it just because he has experience. He played good last game. It just makes sense that he makes over Bethune. We like Bethune. He's a fan favorite. We like him. He pops up a lot in like reports as a good person, as a good player. However, there are 6 other linebackers that deserve it more than him. All right. I'll be honest with you. You need to draft a kicker. Fuck off. That's funny. Yeah, I don't think we need to stay away from drafting kickers for a while, for sure. Cornerback, we got Charvarius Ward. Well, Mooney Ward, I guess is his real name now. Diamador Lenore. Big fan. I'm glad that he's playing inside, not outside. That's exactly where he needs to be. I think he just needs to be inside, stay inside. That's his lane. So he's perfect there. Yadam and Green will definitely be the outside guy across from Ward. Some would say that Rocky Sin would get more priority to Yadam because Rocky Sin played really good in the preseason. However, I think Yadam, based on who we signed him to be, because he showed up against the Saints to be the second, third corner, who he filled in for. God, I can't remember what he filled in for. He filled in for a corner for the Saints, and he was outstanding. And I think they're going to go off that experience over Rocky Sin, who still is a good corner and is, in my opinion, like I said earlier, a second corner on a team somewhere else. So, and we have him as our 5th or 6th corner. I think that's huge. I'm really excited about that. Luter Jr. had an interception. Stud. He's got a bright future. Definitely a slot guy. I truly see Luter as a backup to Lenore over Rocky St. Green or Yadam. They just kind of fit the bill. I almost, not saying I get them confused, but they're practically twins in my eyes in potential wise. Obviously, Lenore is better than Luter, but I could see Luter becoming Lenore. So, what does everyone think about Brock getting 60 to 65? I'm a big Brock fan. Everyone says we are going to suck when we can't pay everyone. I don't know. It really depends. It's possible. I wouldn't say 65. That would be a huge jump. It would require a quarterback who has like Super Bowl MVP, has won a Super Bowl, is an MVP. Like, you would need Patrick Mahomes to reset that market that much. You know what I mean? Something like that, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think Brock Purdy could demand $65 million from a $10 million jump. I don't see that. I don't even see Dak even getting that far. I just don't. So I do think he's worth 60. 65 is more of a, why is it 65 million? Why is there a $10 million jump from last year? That would be my concern there. But yeah, there's no way he gets 65. Papa J says Rock over Luter. Yeah, you're probably right on that one. Yeah, you're probably right on that one. Yeah, let me think about it. Yeah, you're right. I agree with you. I'll agree with you, Papa, there. Rock over Luter. Karen, no way he gets 65. CJ Raz is the first one to get 65. As of right now, definitely. If Brock Purdy balls out and looks just absolutely amazing, and he actually, it has to, even, I don't know, it just requires the next quarterback. $10 million is a huge jump. Okay, that's all I gotta say. It's the only thing I can say to this. It's just $10 million is a huge jump. It's too huge. So, 55 definitely possible. Maybe pushing 60. Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna be like 58. I think it's gonna be like 58. If he wins a Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP, I feel like he would have to win Super Bowl MVP to get 60 million. You know, not just win a Super Bowl. But we'll see. All right. Who else? All right. So that was the corner situation. Safety, obviously, Hufanga was supposed to come back on the 15th. That did not happen, which is kind of sad. It's a little sad. I was a little excited because I thought he was going to come back in like October or some shit. So hearing that he was going to come back in August, but that was just a full load of shit. And there's still no timetable on this motherfucker. There's still no timetable on Hufanga. All I know is at any moment, any time, he's just on the roster. So I think the 6 QBers are Ward, Lenore Green, Yadam Rock, Luter, and Rock. Let's go. Good choices. I like it. I dig it. I dig it. I get excited because, like I said, man, when I made this, I was sweating balls because I was like, if I got someone's gonna fucking yell at me. Shit. I can't have it. But yeah. All right, cool. I'm glad I'm not, I'm glad I'm not too far off. I missed War on KC Chiefs. Dude, he was a stud. Undrafted free agent. You guys are very good at finding cornerbacks, though. So don't even sweat it, man. Don't even sweat it. Don't get attached to your corners, man, because they're just going to keep recycling them because they can do that. Don't get attached. Everyone in the media is down on the 49ers. Everyone thinks they're going to fall off a cliff and miss the playoffs. No, they're still Super Bowl contenders. If I ever met anybody, I've heard people say that they're going to fall off. I've heard that. And I asked them, like, what do you mean by fall off? And I have heard somebody say, oh, they're going to be so bad, because AIYUK is the cornerstone. For some reason, a wide receiver, when everybody I don't understand this. This is what I don't understand. If everyone calls the 49ers the Avengers, right? They got George Kittle, Debo, CMC, Juwan Jennings, all these weapons. But yet you miss Black Widow. Okay, on your Avengers, you suck. You're not a good team anymore. What? That doesn't make any sense to me. You miss one weapon. If you're saying that the 49ers weapons are this great and you miss one great weapon, but you still have like 4 other great weapons, they're going to fall off? What? That's why I got to say that doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. It doesn't make any sense. It's quite literally the exact same offense. It's pretty much the exact same offense as last year. Why is there not a fall off? How is there a fall off? The only way there would be a fall off is the difference in our defensive coordinator. We got a new defensive coordinator. So if you want to blame something that causes our fall off, it would have to be our defensive scheme because our defense got better, except for the DN situation. But if Leonard Floyd and Gross Matos come back, there's no problem there. Only problem is really the depth. But as for starters, there's no excuse outside of injury. And injury is not a reason to put somebody like, oh, what if you get hurt so you're going to fall off? That's not a reason to put somebody as a fall-off candidate. Spags is phenomenal. Oh, my God, he's so fucking good, dude. He's got Kyle Shanahan figured out. He's got him figured out. Him and Spagnolia and who's the dude on the Browns? I can't remember the dude's name. Who's the dude on the Browns? He's got Kyle Shanahan's number 2. I can't remember who it is. But that guy, those two guys know how to beat Kyle Shanahan. So I think Kyle Shanahan's like, it was a while back. It was right before the 49ers played the Browns. Someone posted that he's like, Kyle Shanahan's like 31-1 or some shit against that defensive coordinator. Schwartz, yeah, Jim Schwartz. That's who it was. Yeah, he cannot beat that guy. He's only beat him one time, so he's only scored 20 points one time against that defensive coordinator. So, yeah, everyone's got their weaknesses, man. No one's perfect. Everyone's got their weaknesses, except when you got Andy Reid and fucking Patrick Mahomes. Remind me the Niners are elite wrestling of the NFL. Kids here in the NFL and watch wrestling so much. I don't know about wrestling, but if that makes sense, let's roll with it. It's bad. Yeah, so bad. All right. What was the next thing? We checked out the roster. Any final thoughts, guys? Anything you guys disagree with? I know Strawberry wants is going to have Allen over Dobbs. That's going to be exciting to see. As for everything else, man, my last thoughts are we need to pick up D-end 110%. Honestly, if we just did nothing, if we picked up nothing but D-end and did nothing with the offensive line, I will take that, because it's just that, or it's that bad. So wide receivers perfect, running backs perfect, tight end not perfect. However, there is depth to a sense. O-line, there is depth. Okay, we have 9 that we're not like, they're not the worst in the world, but still like a bottom 12 offensive line. But DN, though, with the injuries that were happening, it could easily go from one of the best D line fronts, and if just by one injury becomes like the 15th, and if Gross Matos goes out, it becomes like the 30th, because Nick Bosa is only one fucking player. So, all right, we got a couple comments here, and I'll go ahead and dip out. Yeah, Strawberry Spags in lead defense. He changed out of zone, put guys in the box, shut down CMC, put a spy on Brock. B.A. Debo struggled to get open in the Super Bowl. B.A., I thought he got open quite a bit. The problem was Debo. Debo could not, to save his fucking life, and he never could. But he just cannot run a route, and that's what we needed. Like, if someone is locking down your guy who is good at route running, you need somebody else who can. All right, well, that means someone else is probably getting open. Maybe. It's just, but not when you got Debo Samuel out there. And Juwan Jennings, yeah, he's a good route runner, but he's not a separator. So, can't wait till Monday Night Football. BA was good. Oh, that's right. Our game's on Monday Night Football, isn't it? Tears. Sad face. It was going to open. Heartbreaking to lose. Heartbreaking to be so close. Turnovers hurt us. Yeah. I don't want to talk too much about the Super Bowl. Yeah, I have a lot of I want to save. I'm not trying to sound like a dick when I say this, but I want to save that conversation for when I hit 10K. Because when I hit 10K subs on here, I'm going to watch the Super Bowl or rewatch both Super Bowls that we lost. And I'm going to give my opinion on both of them and really go in depth. So I want to save that because if I'm going to put myself through that kind of misery, I better have 10,000 followers. I'm starting to put bet money on my friend. He's a big 49ers fan, always trolling him. Hey, man, we've met each other twice in 4 years. So it's very possible when I see you guys again. I mean, if you guys beat us 3 times in a row, I'm be fucking mad. So do it. You could probably take advantage of him right now. If you feel like your team's totally going to crush the 49ers this year, all right, and you think he's going to take that bet, do it. I mean, I would almost take a bet too, just because it's like we cannot lose 3 times. Tyler, you have earned it at this point. Yeah. Gives his own 49ers under Mahomes. I'm not trolling there. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. As of right now, you guys, not only that, you guys beat us in the regular season. There's only one team that can talk shit about the 49ers, though, and that is the Chiefs. That is it. Just because you got the fucking one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time on your squad. So I will say this. And I cannot find the comment. I have to go back and find it. And I tried not too long ago, where I straight up said, and I shit you not, I made a comment on Patrick Mahomes' highlights in college, and I typed in, this dude looks absolutely amazing. He can make every throw in the book, makes incredible passes and plays. And obviously there was people talking shit about him, but I didn't get it. He looked amazing in college. And I think he had a shit ton of touchdowns. He was a stud. I liked him a lot. I wanted the 49ers drafted. I thought to myself, this is the guy the 49ers need to get. I even typed in 49ers, get him now. Look where we're fucking at. We picked Solomon Thomas. Thomas. Fucker. But Cowboys, Eagles, Rams sure try. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do. What does everyone think about the new kickoff rules? Would they change it back? They would have to obviously wait till after the year. But I like it, actually. I think it's good. I think it's different for the game. I think it's fun. I think there's going to be a lot more kickoff return for touchdowns. But I think it's going to require people to be more – it's going to require special teams coordinators to be better at their job, you know? And I feel like we're also going to see a lot different special teams coordinators. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year, when they realize that the kickoff rule is that different. But I could be wrong, and I don't think I am. I think we're going to see some different coordinators next year. I should tell them to put up 30 or 40 on that game. Do it. If you guys play against each other, fucking do it, bro. I would. If you've beaten us twice and you've beaten us in the regular season, theoretically, technically, the odds are in your favor. You technically have like a 70-40, not 70-40, God, I can't do math. 70-30 chance, most likely, especially since, like, you know, you guys were worse last year and still won the Super Bowl. So after the great look, I'm liking this kickoff. You're like, this shit's stupid. Like all this preseason. Then that last kickoff comes in. Like, this is fucking, oh, okay, this is pretty good. I like it. Shit's funny. All right, guys. It's been about an hour on here. We checked out the roster. We had a great time. You guys are awesome. Love you guys. You guys are really cool. Thank you, Strawberry Rex, for your conversation, brother. Papa J, you were really cool too, man. Karen Horty, I hope you are following, man. You're a cool dude. Good luck this year, man. I wish you the best. And if you get that 3P, dude, I hope it feels absolutely amazing, dude. I wish you nothing but the best there. If I don't see you, but I'm pretty sure I will because you seem like a cool guy. Anybody else in here? There was Spartan. I don't want to be a dick here. Spartan something. You know who you are. Spartan guy, if you're still in here, man, appreciate it, brother. You're awesome. So, all right. Love it. Do people think college sugar are big gays? Real quick, no, I don't. But I'll say if next live you can ask me again, and I'll detail it more. But all right, guys. Sub if you like the content. If you watch this later, it helps out the channel. I love this shit. I do it every single fucking day. Like if you like the video, you know, I try to bring energy. I just really want to make this a great show, and we got great people that join the live. So if you guys watch this later, please join us next live and we'll have a great conversation, because that's what we want. It's just to have a great conversation. We're fans. We love this. All love, fam, and I'll see you next video.